Hi, good morning, how you doing? It's Jim, it's Monday. We made it through the weekend. Well, I made it through the weekend. I had a radio show that was on last night. I had a theme. To be fair, it wasn't a difficult one to guess, but Illumi, you guessed the theme correctly in the quickest amount of time, so you won the prize, which is to choose the next video that I make. And you have chosen the Moody Blues with Days of Future Past. So that is what we are going to do. You saw that I had this in the collection, that I haven't listened to it yet. I have given it a proper good clean this morning, and hopefully it's all going to work, all going to be okay. So fingers crossed we've got a good record. Now, you did say I ought to maybe just do a little bit of research on it before we launch into it, which I've done. How thoroughly, I don't really know. It's Wikipedia. So it's just saying this is the second record that they released. It was a bit of a pivotal one because it could have gone two ways. The label was ready to drop them, really. They were not impressed by the lack of success that they perceived that the Moody Blues were delivering. So they gave them an ultimatum to record a Dvorak orchestral piece, but with a band, using their new special stereo recording system that had been installed in a studio somewhere in London for Decca, which is the overall label. And the band apparently eschewed that option without telling the label and went on to write a suite of songs which were sort of connected together as a concept about the day in the life of an ordinary, everyday man, and that's the concept of the album. Released in 1967, it was a moderate success, but due to the steady play of the track "Nights in White Satin" on radio, the album started to grow. The sales started to blossom, and by the time it got to the early 1970s, 72, it was doing really well, and it peaked in America on the Billboard charts there at number 2. So that's probably perceived as success by the label. Anyway, the label was not enthralled by what they heard when they first discovered that the Moody Blues had forsaken their idea of recording a Dvorak orchestral piece and gone off to do their own thing. But seeing they recognised it could be successful, especially in America, so obviously went on to release it. And luckily they did, because obviously the Moody Blues then went on to be a very successful band in their own right. This is cited as being one of the earliest, if not the earliest, example of progressive music, by the very nature of it combining full orchestra with a rock band. It had not really been done before this point. So, I think it'd be a very interesting listen. This is what we're going to do. So, Illumi, I hope you enjoy this. This is the record. Days of Future Past by the Moody Blues. I don't think it's quite an original from... it's a repress, but obviously I think it is from 1967, 68, around that time. I have tried to put it into Discogs, but there are so many identification numbers that come up, and this comes up as, I think, a repress, but of 1967. So, what do we have on here? We have side 1, The Day Begins. Number 2, Dawn. Dawn is a Feeling. 3, The Morning. 4, Lunch Break. Then we move on to side 2. We'll do side 2 separately. So, here we go. Three, two, one. Excuse my cough. Is there anything on this record at all? Oh, here comes something. Huh. Wow. Not the same at all. Reminiscent to the beginning of Shine On You Crazy Diamond, how quietly that is. It just fades in slowly. They weren't kidding when they were saying about full orchestra. Sounds like a film score. Is there a band here at all? You know that theme. It's clever. I wonder if that's repeated the whole way through the record.
Cold-hearted orb that rules the night removes the colours from our sight. Red is grey and yellow white, but we decide which is right and which is an illusion. Pinprick holes in a colourless sky let insipid figures of light pass by. The mighty light of 10,000 suns challenges infinity and is soon gone.
Nighttime
to
today.
some, a brief interlude. To others, the fear of solitude. Brave Helios, Wake up your steeds. Bring the warmth the countryside needs.
This is far more of an orchestral thing than I was expecting it to be. It really does remind me of 1950s, 60s sort of film music.
Dawn is a feeling, a beautiful ceiling.
Okay.
The smell of grass just makes you pass into a dream. You're here today, no future fears. This day will last 1,000 years if you want it to. Look around you, things they astound you.
This doesn't sound like 1967.
You're not asleep, open your mind. You're here today, no future fears. This day will last.
Sounds like it's opening up a bit.
1,000 years. You want it to.
Do you understand that all over this land there's a feeling? In minds far and near, things are becoming clear with a meaning.
Now that you're knowing, pleasure starts flowing. It's true, life flies faster than eyes could ever see.
It's almost like a crooner, isn't
No
it?
future fears. This day will last 1,000 years if you want it to.
A little bit too much orchestra, not enough band. I think the two need to be mixed together to be playing at the same time. It sounds amazing. It sounds really, really good. But I would like it to be more both playing together. Although we're only a little way in, so it may yet happen. Wow. It's happy. What's this next song called? This is Another Morning. Balloons flying, children sighing, what a day to go kite flying. It does actually sound of its time now.
Biting, so exciting, lunchtime sounds so inviting, and the bill, he gets a thrill, sitting, watching, bobbing will. Time seems to stand quite still in a child's world, it always will. Yesterday's
I should have put this back.
dreams are tomorrow's sighs. Watch children play, they seem so wise. Mary Green, today's a queen, $1,000 are a dreaming, cotton frocks and golden locks, her palace is an orange box. Time seems to stand quite still in a child's world, it always will.
I'm guessing, as was the trend of the day, there's not a lot of bottom end to this at all. There's no sort of bass or kick drum, or it's not really driving, is it? It's more very pleasant and got a very skippy sort of rhythm going to it, but it's far removed from rock. Another segue. The same little theme carried on a muted trumpet. It really does. It sounds like a Hollywood film score. It's very, very good. Did the band write this music, or did they have a lot of help with it? I know it's got the London Festival Orchestra playing this, but I wonder who actually orchestrated it. All music composed, Red Wave and Night. Oh man, this just conjures up pictures of 1950s suburban America. It's very sort of light, airy, happy. Music that'd be used over a documentary. Was that still the same track? I think it may well have been. Oh, hello.
I see it all through my window, it seems, never failing like millions of thieves. All life is wrong, no time to be wrong, only to do what can be done. The
This is very, very definitely firmly planted in 1960s pop. Beatles-esque. Beach Boys-esque. The Animals, all those sort of bands. Very much capturing the zeitgeist of the moment.
It makes me want to run out and tell them they've got time. Take a step back out and look, and I found out I've got time.
Got a bit more bottom end in there. This is what was missing earlier. That's cool. Nice twangy guitar. Love it. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Is that the end? It is. Right, hold on. Let us... Stop that. Stop that. And stop that. Well, there we go. Side 1 of Days of Future Past from the Moody Blues. I'm enjoying this. It is so not what I expected. It has far more orchestral passages on here and elements than I thought there was going to be. I thought it would be far more blended together, so an orchestra playing with the band. So it's a multi-layered thing, but it just seems to be orchestra bit, band bit, orchestra bit, band bit, with very little of the stuff going on at the same time. So that's it's almost a compilation of two different styles of music existing on one record, but trying to tell the same story in a similar way. And the only really rocking one was that last track there, which was the lunch break, wasn't it? Peak Hour, which sounded of the time very, very much. I said earlier on that it didn't sound like it was a 1967 recording. Actually, it does. It really does. It does sound of the time, especially sort of moments like that where you have the I don't know what it is about it. It's the reverb that's on it, and the focus on the polite voice and the non-distorted guitar and the twangy guitar. It is so of that time, and I love it for that. It's wicked. Absolutely love it. So we have got another side to go, which has more. How many songs have we got left now? So it's Forever Afternoon, Time to Get Away, The Sunset, Twilight Time, Nights in White Satin. Have you heard of that one? and Late Lament. I'll make sure that's what it says on the computer. Just check it's the same here. Yes, it is. So, the afternoon is split into 2 parts. Forever Afternoon, Tuesday, Time to Get Away. Number 2 is the sunset, Twilight Time, then the night, Nights in White Satin. So it doesn't actually say on here, but there's a track in the end there called Twilight Time. What is that? Oh, Twilight Time is part of the evening. Yeah, okay, there we go. Late Lament is, I'm guessing, going to be a little... yes, so that's written on the back there. That's a bit of text towards the end, a little bit like the cold orb thing at the beginning. I think I was talking about the moon, wasn't it? Moon and the stars. Cold-hearted orb that rules the night, removes the colours from our sight. Right, I'll see you on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. And until then, it's Jim over and